Last month in Pfafftown, half of the homes that sold went under contract in less than 2 weeks. A few of them sold in 2 or 3 days. One sold the very same day it hit the market. And in that same month, other Pfafftown homes finally closed after sitting on the market for 4, even 5 months. Same town, same month, same market, completely different outcomes. So what's actually going on? Is Pfafftown hot right now, or is it slowing down? The honest answer is it's both. And which side of that line your home lands on has almost nothing to do with luck. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's separating the homes that fly from the homes that sit and what that means for your home, even if you have no plans to sell. Hey everyone, I'm Michaela Wall, broker and owner of the W Group Real Estate. And every month I sit down with the latest Pfafftown numbers and break down what's really happening in our market. No hype, no national headlines, just data explained. Before we dive in, I have to take a quick second because since my last video, some really special things happened. I was voted Winston-Salem Journal Reader's Choice Favorite for 2026. The W Group won Best Real Estate Company, and I was voted Best Triad Real Estate Agent for 2026 in Yes Weekly. You guys, I'm genuinely overwhelmed. These awards come from you, from this community voting, and I don't take a single bit of that for granted. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, truly. This is why I love doing what I do. Okay, this month's numbers are genuinely fascinating because 2 of them appear to completely contradict each other. Homes are selling twice as fast as they were a year ago, and yet our inventory supply is up more than 20%. Faster sales and more supply at the same time? That's not supposed to happen. We're going to solve that puzzle together, and if you like understanding what's really going on behind the numbers in Pfafftown, hit that subscribe button. I do this breakdown every single month, and it's the easiest way to stay ahead of your own market. Let's start where every market starts, new listings. In June, 29 homes came on the market in Pfafftown. Last June, that number was 27, so we're up about 7% year over year. Now, 2 extra listings might not sound like much, but here's the context that matters. This isn't a 1-month blip. This spring, Pfafftown has seen the most inventory come on the market since 2022. And it's not one big flood, it's a steady, sustained wave month after month. Sellers who sat on the sidelines this past couple of years are finally making their move, and that steady wave is quietly reshaping our entire market. Hold on to that thought, it's the key to the puzzle. Now, the other side of the equation, how many homes actually sold? 24 homes closed in Pfafftown in June compared to 21 last June. That's up about 14% year over year. So more homes coming on and more homes selling. Demand is showing up. Buyers are active. This is not a market where things are stalling out. And speaking of those 24 sales, be on the lookout for our monthly Pfafftown postcard because it has a snapshot of exactly these homes, and the complete sold home list, every address to every sale is linked right down in the description. I genuinely encourage you to scroll through it because later in the video, you're going to see something that the list tells the real story of this market. All right, prices. And I want to walk you through these carefully because at first glance, these numbers might make you nervous. They shouldn't. Let me show you why. Our rolling 90-day median sales price for June came in at $345,000. Last month, that same measure was $366,250. That's down about 6% in 1 month. And the longer view, the rolling 12-month median, sits at $335,250 compared to $344,900 a year ago, down about 3%. Now, if you saw those numbers in a headline, you'd think Pfafftown homes values just dropped. So here's the honest context. Pfafftown's a small market. We're talking a couple dozen sales a month, which means just a handful of unusual sales can swing the median dramatically in either direction. And that's exactly what happened here. Over the previous few months, we had several luxury sales close. Homes near and even over $1 million, those high-end closings pulled the 90-day median up. Now that as those sales roll out of the 90-day window, the median settles back down. That's not depreciation, that's math. It's what we call a mix shift. The mix of home selling changed, not the value of your home. In fact, June's own sold list includes a sale over $900,000, and the typical June sale was solidly at the mid 400s. So let me say it plainly. We've not seen a meaningful price shift in Pfafftown. Your home did not lose 6% of its value last month. And if you take nothing else from this section, take that. But here's where the story gets really interesting because the next number is moving fast and in the right direction. Days on market, how long the typical home takes to go under contract. Over the last 90 days, the median in Pfafftown is just 13 days. Last month it was 15. But look at last year. In June of 2025, that number was 26. That's a 50% drop. The typical Pfafftown home is selling twice as fast as it was 1 year ago. 13 days is fast. That's list on a Thursday, busy weekend of showings, offers early the next week. If I stop the video right here, you'd walk away thinking Pfafftown is on fire. And for a lot of homes, it is. But this next number changes the story. Months of supply. If every buyer kept buying at the current pace and no new homes came on the market, how long would it take to sell everything currently for sale? In June, Pfafftown sat at 3.8 months of supply. Last June, 3.1 months. That's up almost 23% year over year. Even our 90-day rolling average ticked up from 2.7 to 3 months. Okay, think about that for a second. Homes are selling twice as fast, but the pile of available homes is growing. How can both of those be true at the same time? This is the question of the month. And the answer is what I want you to remember long after this video ends. Remember that wave of new listings, the most spring inventory Pfafftown has seen since 2022? That's the engine here. More homes on the market means buyers have more choices than they've had in years. Our market is rebalancing, moving away from the frantic anything sells conditions of the past few years towards something healthier. Now, normally when supply rises like that, it hurts all sellers just a little bit. More competition, longer waits, tougher negotiations across the board. But that's not what's happening in Pfafftown. Something more interesting is going on. Instead of hurting everyone a little, the extra competition's splitting our market into 2 lanes. The fast lane, homes that are well prepared, well presented, priced correctly, priced with data, not with emotion. When buyers have choices, these homes stand out immediately. They're the ones selling in 13 days, 8 days, 3 days, or same day. The slow lane, homes that come on overpriced, underprepared, or both. A year ago, when buyers had almost nothing to choose from, those homes still sold reasonably fast. Buyers didn't have an alternative. Today, buyers just move on to the next one, and those homes sit. That's exactly what's stacking up in our supply number. So the rising supply isn't hurting the prepared sellers, it's actually helping them because every overpriced home sitting on the market makes the properly priced home next door look that much better. Let me paint you a picture of how this plays out because we saw versions of this exact scenario in June's numbers. Imagine 2 homes come on the market very close to each other, similar neighborhood, similar buyers driving by both. The first one hits the market ready. It's been prepped, it's presented well, it's priced from day one, priced off of real comparable data. It's under contract in days. The second home is actually bigger. On paper, you'd expect it to sell for more, but it comes on a little overpriced, a little underprepared, and it sits. Buyers tour it, compare it to everything else they can choose from, and move on. Weeks go by, and when it finally does sell, it sells for less than the number of the smaller home nearby. Same area, same market, the smaller home outperformed the bigger one because in this market, buyers aren't just paying for square footage. They're paying for condition, presentation, and confidence in the price. And that pattern is written all over June's actual sold list. Half the homes sold in 2 weeks or less, while 5 homes took 2 to 5 months. The market isn't rewarding homes anymore just for existing. It's rewarding homes that are ready. So let's translate all of this into real life. If you're a homeowner, even one with 0 plans to sell, here's your takeaway. Your home value is stable. Pfafftown demand is healthy, and homes are selling faster than last year. Your home sits in an active, functioning market, but the days when any home sold instantly are behind us. And honestly, that's a healthier market for everyone. If you're thinking about selling, this is the big one. You have a real opportunity to be in the hot lane, but it's a choice, it's not a default. The sellers winning right now are doing the right things before they list, preparing the home, presenting it well, and pricing it based on actual comparable data, not on what the neighbor got 2 years ago, not what they hope it's worth. Do that, and 13 days isn't a fantasy, it's the median. Skip it, and you risk becoming part of that growing supply number and chasing the market down with price cuts later. If you're a buyer, this rebalancing is genuinely good news for you. You have more homes to choose from than buyers have had since 2022. And the homes that have been sitting, those sellers are increasingly negotiable. But be ready to move quickly on the great ones because the well-priced, well-prepared homes are still gone in days. Now here's the honest truth. I can tell you what the market's doing, but a YouTube video can't tell you which lane your specific home would be in, because that depends on your street, your condition, your timeline, your situation. But that's a conversation I have with Pfafftown homeowners every single week, and I'd love to have it with you. So if you're curious, even just curious, call me. Not a commitment, not a sales pitch, just a real conversation about your home backed by real data. My number is right on the screen and it's down in the description. If you remember one thing from this month, make it this. Pfafftown isn't hot or cold right now. It's selective. More homes on the market means the prepared sellers are winning bigger and the unprepared ones are waiting longer. If this helped you understand our market a little bit better, do me a favor, subscribe so you don't miss next month's update. Share this with a neighbor who's been wondering about the market and drop a comment with any question you want me to dig into next time. I read every single one. I'm Michaela Wall with the W Group Real Estate. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me, and I will see you next month.